New York City, our homeless, in terms of sheer talent, is top shelf. Oh. And that's not me like celebrating homelessness. I'm not pumped that there's people out there struggling. I'm just saying it exists and we have a gifted group. Right, like I said, I travel. I'm in other cities. I'm out there recruiting. I was just in Spokane, Washington, and they have a very aggressive homeless situation there, like real sprinting zombies. For real, like the movie 28 Days Later, like, ha, ha, run at you, and they're like, let me get $5. You look like you have $5. Let me get $5. Give me $5. And I'm like, but you haven't even done a dance or sang a Broadway medley yet. Do you know where the fuck I'm from? I'm from New York. I just watched Cirque du Soleil on the 6 train. And I gave those dudes a dime. You want $5 just because you exist? That's white privilege homeless. Feels weird to say this, because actually for the first time in a long time, I don't live in New York City. I had a baby right before the pandemic. Thank you. My wife did most of the heavy lifting. I kind of just went and then waited. Just tapped my watch for 9 months. It was a real set it and forget it. But yeah, in May of 2020, we left Brooklyn. We fled. Our lease was up. It was mostly the size, right? This 2-bedroom apartment that felt like a palatial estate, especially by New York standards, started kind of shrinking in on us once we were no longer allowed outside. That, and there was a large gathering of blood gang members that decided my front stoop was their home base. And that's not positive or negative about the Bloods. In case anybody here is initiated for life. Lovely guys, they just weren't social distancing. But honestly, it was mostly the size. It was, mostly the size of the apartment, because we had this brand new baby. And honestly, the beginning of the pandemic, which sounds insensitive, it was kind of nice for us. We're a brand new family. We're so in love with each other. We're like, that's a brand new baby. We're like passing each other in the cramped hallways. Like, you go. No, I'll go. Okay. You go. I love you. I love everybody. And then the months dragged on, right? My son, he's new to this reality. He's screaming. My wife is hormonal, coming off giving birth, so she's speaking in tongues. I am unreasonable at homeostasis. Trying my best to be an ever-expanding container of empathy. Failing, losing arguments constantly. I knew it was time to go, right? By the end, after a couple months passed, I could tell, because we'd pass each other in the hallway. And it only happened once or twice, but we passed each other in the hallway, and I would just kind of throw a shoulder at her. Just to knock her off track. She was just winning too many arguments. I would never do anything. I just wanted her to know that if I did, it would be a flawless victory. We just got our own place in September. Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. But I know that kind of leaves quite a bit of time unaccounted for. For about 14 months, my wife and my baby son and I, we were living at my in-laws, which, believe it or not, was not on my vision board at 36. I'm grateful. Can you tell with how that just came out of my face? I'm grateful. I am. I love them. They welcomed us into their home. Very generous. Still a nightmare. Both things can be true. It's just 14 months of silent sex and arguments. That's it, right? Can't yell in front of the baby. Now we have these 2 lifeguard adults kind of checking things out. So all of our disagreements for over a year were just a series of pump fakes and eyebrows. Sexually, we were back in high school. I almost said middle school. We slept in my wife's childhood bed for over a year, in her childhood bed. It was impossible to have sex. Couldn't get into the mind frame. She couldn't. I could have sex in a river of blood. Does not matter to me. My wife needs the ambiance, the incense, the tones. It's really tough, you know? It's in my in-laws' house. And I don't know, you and I feel like we've made a connection already. I could tell when somebody is similar to me in this sense, sexually. I'm a really loud comer. Samesies? I'm talking like Lion King of the Jungle shit. Like I hop on in two, that's it, two, tops. That's my hang time. My wife sees it coming though, sees me gearing up, puts her hand over my mouth, and I'm like, yeah, choke me, spit in my face. Let's do something different. That's a problem, you know? That's the problem with having sex so seldomly. Is I was just too excited to be there. Every time I'm like, just so fired up, my tail's wagging. I'm yelping, I'm making noise. My wife's like, you need to calm the fuck down. And I'm like, I haven't been to this park in a really long time. I want to hit every ride. That was the problem. I'd get too excited, make a move, the bed would creak, I'd make a noise, my wife would fucking meerkat. Like, what is that? Is someone coming? Are they all listening? Is someone coming? And I'm like, no, nobody's coming. Anymore. Nobody in the whole house. We slept on a full mattress, my wife and I. 2 full-grown adults slept on the size mattress that you all give your dog. I'm still in constant physical pain. Brutal, and like, structurally it kind of should have worked. You know what I mean? Because I'm a relatively slender fella, and my wife is a petite Italian woman. But she sleeps like a fucking middle linebacker. In bed, somehow she's 6'4", 325 pounds, and runs a 4.40. She covers the entire geography of the mattress. I had to contort my entire body to fit into this zone. I'm hanging off the mattress, holding on, trying not to fall off like I was a mountain goat trying to catch some Z's. My hoof would slip off. I was just constantly disrupting sleep patterns, having relentless nightmares where I was just plummeting to my death at all times. Have you guys ever had that nightmare? Right, where you can actually feel your soul re-enter your avatar? Dude, 3 or 4 times a week. For over a year, 3 or 4 times a week. I'd just be in bed, just like, ah! Just turn to my wife like, sorry, I didn't realize I was back. She's just completely unbothered, enjoying her acreage. Every once in a while, she'd roll over, big spoon me just to further emasculate me. I can't prove this to be true, but I'm pretty sure once or twice she slipped a fingy in. I think she popped one in, whispered in my ear, just so you know who the dominant one is. Which, joke's on her, I actually think the bottom is the alpha. That position takes far more courage.